Hi, Attorney Steve Vondran here with you, licensed to practice law in California and Arizona. We're talking top 10 DRE violations. This is exciting stuff. Get your popcorn, get around the fireplace, cuddle up. Attorney Steve is reading from the DRE Law Manual 2012. Lots of law, lots of things to follow, lots of things you're presumed to know as a broker. And so we're talking about the top 10 violations we see as a firm that represents brokers in a wide variety of capacities. But predominantly one of the main areas we get involved in is representing brokers when their licenses are on the line, when their assets are on the line, if you will. We've talked about the initial violations. We talked about number one, violations, failure to maintain your records for 3 years. We talked about failure to have a written salesperson's agreement. What was the other one we talked about? Failure to supervise. Those are three of the main ones. We're on number 4 on our big countdown, top 10. We're talking here trust funds. This is a big problem, really big problem, and the DRE does not take this lightly, nor should they. When you're handling trust funds, you're handling the money of other people. You should not be frivolous with that. There are certain required procedures that are required in the Business and Professions Code, also in the Commissioner Regulations, but you have Business and Professions Code section 101.45, which talks about a real estate broker who accepts funds belonging to others in connection with a transaction, subject to this part, which is a real estate transaction, shall deposit those funds into a bank account that's designated as a trust account. So we get a lot of cases where for whatever reason, the broker is depositing funds belonging to others, let's say like property management. Usually the big one that pops up is property management. You're accepting funds that actually belong to somebody else. You get those funds, you need to put them into a trust account that's designated trust account. And candidly, sometimes I think there are mistakes with the banks. Sometimes the banks will tell you, yeah, we got you set up on a trust account, but you need to make sure when you're working with a bank that they understand these are not my funds, these are funds that belong to another party, and I need to comply with the real estate law, so I need to make sure it's a trust account. Sounds like a little thing again, but it's little things that get you into trouble. And as we've talked about in other series, if you have one violation, the DRE can basically file an accusation against you, impose discipline on your license, revocation, suspension, those kinds of things. So make sure if you're handling funds that belong to other people, advance fees, those kinds of things, you need to make sure the money gets put immediately into a trust account that's designated as a trust account. So this is number 4. Top common violations found in DRE hearings audits. Attorney Steve, if your license is on the line, you need more information, you need someone to represent you, please come see us at attorneysteve.net. That's attorneysteve.net, and we look forward to working with you. And again, remember, compliance can be fun. Thank you.